Are you ready for a spine-chilling adventure in the Adirondack Mountains of New York? In this video, we will take you to some of the most haunted places in the region, where you will hear stories of ghosts, murders, mysteries, and more. From old forts and hotels to abandoned towns and camps, the Adirondacks are full of eerie and paranormal sights that will make your skin crawl. So grab your flashlight and your courage, and let's begin our journey into the haunted Adirondacks. Our first stop is Big Moose Lake, a scenic and peaceful spot that hides a dark secret. In 1906, a young woman named Grace Brown was brutally killed by her lover, Chester Gillette, who took her on a rowboat ride and then hit her with a tennis racket and drowned her. Chester was arrested and executed for his crime, but Grace's spirit never found peace. She is said to haunt the lake and the surrounding area, appearing as a white figure or a misty shape on the water. Some people have heard her voice calling for help or crying out in pain. Others have felt a cold touch or a sudden gust of wind when they are near the lake. Grace's tragic story inspired the novel An American Tragedy by Theodore Dreiser and the movie A Place in the Sun starring Elizabeth Taylor and Montgomery Clift. From Big Moose Lake, we head to Inlet, a small town that is home to two ghostly tales. The first one is about Jasper Day, a hermit who lived in a shack in the woods near 7th Lake. Jasper was a recluse who avoided contact with other people and spent his days hunting and fishing. He died in 1933, but his spirit is still said to roam the forest and the bridge that connects the two lakes. Some hikers have reported seeing his ghostly figure or hearing his footsteps on the bridge. Others have found strange objects or messages in his shack, which is still standing and can be reached by a hiking trail. The second story in Inlet is about Chester Gillette, the murderer of Grace Brown. After he killed Grace, he tried to escape by taking a train to Inlet, but he was recognized by some locals who alerted the authorities. He was arrested at Arrowhead Park, where he had checked into a hotel under a false name. The park is now a public recreation area, but some visitors have claimed to see Chester's ghost wandering around or looking out of the hotel window. Some have also heard his voice whispering or laughing in their ears. From Inlet, we travel to Saranac Lake, a village that was once a center for tuberculosis treatment. In the early 1900s, thousands of people came to Saranac Lake to seek a cure for their disease in the fresh mountain air. Many of them stayed in sanatoriums or cottages that were specially designed for their recovery. However, not all of them survived, and some of their spirits are still lingering in the village. One of the most haunted places in Saranac Lake is Hotel Saranac, which was built in 1927 and hosted many famous guests over the years. The hotel is said to be haunted by several ghosts, including a woman in a blue polka dot dress who roams the hallways and the restaurant, a cat that brushes against people's legs or jumps on their beds, and a man who hangs out in the basement bar. From Saranac Lake, we continue to Lake Placid, another popular tourist destination that has its share of spooky stories. One of them is about Mabel Smith Douglas, the first dean of the New Jersey College for Women, who disappeared in 1933 while canoeing on Lake Placid. Her body was found 30 years later at the bottom of the lake, remarkably preserved by the cold water. She was still wearing her fur coat and holding her purse. Her death was ruled as accidental drowning, but some people suspect foul play or suicide. Her ghost is said to haunt the lake and appear as a lady in white or a floating face on the surface. Another haunted place in Lake Placid is Palace Theater, an old movie theater that opened in 1926 and still operates today. The theater is said to be haunted by George Leisner, a former projectionist who died of a heart attack in 1950 while working in theater. His ghost is friendly and playful, often turning on and off lights, changing radio stations, moving objects around, or making noises during movies. He also likes to interact with people who visit theater or work at the theater. The last haunted place we will visit in Lake Placid is Stagecoach Inn, the oldest lodging in town that dates back to 1848. The inn is said to be haunted by an unknown ghost who likes to move things around or hide them in different places. Some guests have reported missing items or finding them in odd locations, such as shoes in the bathtub or keys in the refrigerator. The ghost also likes to play with the lights, the doors, and the fireplace. Some people have seen a shadowy figure or felt a cold presence in their rooms. From Lake Placid, we head east to Lake Champlain, a large and beautiful lake that borders New York and Vermont. The lake is famous for its legend of Champ, a mysterious creature that is said to live in its depths. Champ is often described as a large serpent or a dinosaur-like animal that has been sighted by many people over the years. Some of them have even captured photos or videos of Champ, but none of them have been proven to be authentic. Champ is not the only mystery of Lake Champlain, however. The lake is also said to be haunted by the ghosts of soldiers, sailors, and passengers who died in various battles, shipwrecks, and accidents on the lake. Some of the most haunted places on the lake are Fort Ticonderoga, Valcour Island, and Split Rock. Fort Ticonderoga is a historic fort that was built by the French in 1755 and played a role in the French and Indian War and the American Revolution. The fort is said to be haunted by the ghosts of soldiers who fought and died there, as well as by a woman named Nancy Coates, who was hanged for treason in 1777. Some visitors have reported seeing apparitions, hearing gunshots or screams, or feeling cold spots or touches at the fort. Valcour Island is a small island on Lake Champlain that was the site of a naval battle between the Americans and the British in 1776. The battle was a strategic victory for the Americans, but it also resulted in many casualties and sunken ships. Some of the ships are still lying at the bottom of the lake, and some of their crews are still haunting the island and the water. Some people have reported seeing ghostly ships or sailors on the lake, hearing voices or cannon fire, or feeling uneasy or nauseous on the island. Split Rock is a large rock formation on the western shore of Lake Champlain that has a split in its middle. The rock is said to be haunted by the ghost of an Indian princess who jumped off the rock with her lover after her father forbade their marriage. Their bodies were never found, but their spirits are still said to haunt the rock and the surrounding area. Some people have reported seeing their figures or hearing their cries on the rock, especially on moonlit nights. Our final stop on this haunted trail is Whitehall, which claims to be the birthplace of the U.S. Navy and also one of the hotspots for UFO sightings in New York State. Whitehall has had numerous reports of strange lights and objects in the sky since 1974, when several police officers witnessed a large metallic craft hovering over a field. Since then, many residents and visitors have seen similar sightings or experienced other unexplained events. Whitehall also has a history of Bigfoot sightings dating back to the 1800s. Some say the town is a portal to another dimension. Others say it is a magnet for the paranormal. Whatever the case, you'll want to keep your eyes open and your camera ready when you're in Whitehall. We hope you enjoyed this haunted trail through the Adirondacks, and that you learned something new and exciting about this region. If you're looking for more thrills and chills, you can check out our other videos on haunted places around the world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let us know in the comments what you think of these stories. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay spooky.